Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hey, hi, BJ. Uh, Thank you for joining the call. So, let's start with the introduction first. So, could you please brief about yourself along with your day-to-day activity in your current role?
Yeah, okay. Abhijit, so my name is Vijay. I'm a science graduate from the year of 2024 with nearly 1.2 year of work experience as a cloud support associate at
Mm-hmm.
Osystec Solution Limited.
Mm-hmm.
I specialize in Linux and AWS and also focusing on maintain the cloud infrastructure and Linux servers. And my role involved with extensive hands-on work with Linux operating system and AWS services, where I handle system administration, incident management, troubleshooting, and performance optimization. I also manage changes and service requests to ensure high availability and stability of a cloud environment.
Okay. Uh, Fine. Could you please also brief your day-to-day activity in your current role? Exactly what you are doing in your day-to-day activity?
Yes, yes. So, in my current organization, my typical day start by reviewing automated report generated overnight, which include insights related to cost optimization, non-compliant resources, and unused resources, where we unused resources and used resources. If we identify any unused resources are identified, we
Mm-hmm.
proactively reach out to the respective owner or developer to identify whether the resources are still required or can be decommissioned. We also focusing on monitoring the infrastructure infrastructure by the monitoring tool Grafana. And as part of maintenance, we manage patching activities for both Linux and Windows to ensure high availability and stability. And we also are part of VM lifecycle management, provisioning new virtual machines based on project or team requirement, and decommission and unused VMs. And throughout the day, we work on incident management and change request, uh, change request and change request and change request. And my day ends with the stand-up meeting by reviewing automated report. Sorry, my typical day ends by the reviewing uh, stand-up meeting where we discuss backlog tasks, current progress, and backlog tasks and current progress. That's my day-to-day activity.
Okay. So, are you guys also doing monitoring of the
Yes, we are
infrastructure?
doing monitoring.
Okay. Which tools you are
Monitoring infrastructure.
which tools
We
you
are
are
using
using?
monitoring for Grafana.
Okay. And when you told like you guys are also focusing on the cost optimization part and also doing the cleanup for the unused resources. So could you give me one example, like which resources have you like clean up as part of the cost optimization?
Like any resources that are not used from
No, no, not
many
I did.
days.
No, no, no. Give one example, exact example, not general.
Like EC2 machines, like it is not used for EC2 machines, not used for some period of time, like
Mm-hmm.
EC2 machines and other AWS services which is not used.
Okay. uh, so let's start with the Linux part. Uh, So, are you aware of the slash opt file structure and slash where?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the use case of slash opt and also slash where live? Can you give one example with explanation?
Okay. I don't understand your question. Can you please?
Yeah, sure. So, what is the use of slash apt? Sorry, slash opt file structure? Like, what is the use case of that? It is the OS default folder, right? So, for what purpose Linux operating system use this particular folder slash opt?
Okay. So slash var is used for store the log files and slash opt
Mm-hmm.
have to recall it right now.
Okay. So slash opt is used for installing the third-party application. So suppose if you installed any third-party application like antivirus, okay, any monitoring tool. So for those purpose, Linux operating system use slash opt directory to store those files. And slash where, so under the slash where there are again multiple subfolders like slash where leaves slash where log. So in the in slash where, specifically slash where log is responsible to store the log, not slash where. Okay. And the use case of slash where slash leave, so suppose it used to store the persistent and dynamic data for the services and system application that are running on the system. So suppose if, are you aware of the log rotate?
Yes.
Yeah, so if log rotate is running in the system, okay, so it will maintain his
Mm.
status. So for that, it will take slash where slash leave slash log rotate dot status. So for this kind of purpose use case, it's used. Okay, fine. So can you tell me in which file SSH related logs are stored?
This is selected is slash etc slash sorry slash bot slash log slash sshd.
Mm, not really. Any other files that you are aware? So my question is like any suppose to your to one of the server any user is doing SSH, right? So system will write the log which user is doing SSH. So in which file these logs will store?
So this is stored in slash slash etc slash bot slash log slash secure.
Okay, so it's not slash etc, it's slash where slash log slash secure. Okay. Okay, suppose a user is trying to, you are in call with one user, okay, and that user is trying to SSH to a server, and you would like to
Mm.
view the SSH related logs in that real time. How would you do that?
Real time.
Yes, suppose I am trying to connect one server by SSH, and you have to grab
Mm.
the real time log, means that time log, whether I am able to log in or not. It will throw the log right in the system. You have to check that log
Mm.
during the call runtime. How will you do that?
We can check it from this by the command
Mm-hmm.
journal ctl if here log was generated whenever user try to log in the system.
What is the full command? Give me the full command.
Journal ctl journal d the full command.
General CTL, General D. No, General D is the service, and General CTL is the command. Okay, so you have to do General CTL hyphen F to continue the like throw the logs in the screen, then -u, then the service name. Service will be SSHD. So if you run the command general ctl -f -u SSHD, it will hold you in the screen. And whenever user is trying to SSH, right, it will write the log into your screen. Okay. Otherwise, you can use tell space -f and that log file where log secure. So it will also give you the same detail. Okay.
Okay.
Are you aware of the con jobs?
Yes, I'm aware of the concept.
Sorry, voice is not
Yes,
clear.
yes, I know the. Yes,
Okay.
yes, I know the concept.
What do the 5 star in the con jobs there are 5 star, right, in con jobs? What they represent actually?
Yes, yes. The first star represents a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Second star is for hour, and third star for the month of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and fourth star is for uh, month of the year,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
the fifth star is representing day of the week.
Okay. Correct. So suppose you need to run a script. Okay, you have one script file and you need to run that every night 12:30 a.m. Okay, how would you schedule that job
Every
using con
night,
jobs? Yeah, 12:30.
12:30.
Yes.
Okay, so in first we write minute is 30, then space, then 12 for hours
Mm-hmm. Okay. After that,
every night, right? Okay, then after that we keep
your voice is not clear.
star for the remainders.
Okay, so you are saying 30 in the first place, 12 in the second place, and rest three it will be
In
star
second
star
place,
star.
and yeah,
Okay, after that,
after that so path of the command.
which command? I
Next
ask you to
also
run.
receive, then you
I ask you to run the script, not command.
then we have to add the
I think network issue is there. We are not really clear. Hello.
and we add the path of the script. Well,
Okay. But where you will write this line in which file? How you will write that file?
we add this in slash etc slash cron d file.
Cron D. Hello. It's not slash etc slash cron D. It is slash etc slash cron tab. Okay. And I ask you to write 12:30 a.m. But you told that mm, number, right? It is for 12:30 p.m. not a.m. So for a.m. you need to use 30 in first place, 0 in the second place. So 0 will represent 12 at midnight. Then 3 star. After that space your script path. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, so have you worked on log rotate? Hello.
Not noted, but I know.
Okay. So suppose we have one requirement that where log messages. This is one log file should rotate weekly. Okay, you need to write the configuration for log rotate, and requirement is you need to rotate the where log message file. Okay, it should rotate weekly. Every week it should rotate. You should retain four file. Okay, and permission is required. Root 640 on the file, and that file also should compressed. Okay, how do you do that?
Okay. Can you please again repeat the question? Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, so you have a requirement, you need to rotate one log file. Okay, the log file is where log messages. This is the log file. You need to rotate every week. Okay, you need to keep 4 file only. Third requirement is file should compress. Okay, okay, just take these 3 requirement only. File should rotate weekly. You have to keep 4 files, and file should compress. How will you do that?
So we have to open the file vim/etc/logrotate.d and create one file with file name. Which file you say?
Where log message.
So first open the file by vim/etc/logrotate slash log. Then we have to make a entry
No, no, no. Tell me again. What
in
you
that
need to open?
file.
No, no, no. Wait, wait. Repeat yourself. Like what you told. Which file need to open?
We have to create a new slash create a new file.
Okay. How will you do that?
The command vim slash inside the slash etc/logrotate slash dot d slash then file name.
Okay. Fine. Continue.
Okay. And then we have to make a entry like slash var slash log uh, then the file name
Which file name?
and the file name you want to keep any
Okay.
file name you want.
Okay.
They have
Okay.
like
Okay. So in here it will be where log messages. Okay.
uh, where log messages. Then open. Then here make a entry like open the bracket like a bracket. Then make a entry like sorry weekly or daily.
Weekly. We need weekly.
So add weekly. Then unit rotate.
4 file I need.
Need for file.
Yes.
Focus on and rotate is equal to 4.
Is equal to 4.
Sorry, rotate, then space, then 2 to 4 for 4 files, and then create, then close the bracket.
No. So I asked compress as well. So compress you missed. So what you need to do, you need to create one file inside slash etc slash logrotate.d, and file name can be anything. It should not like it should be it should not same what you want to rotate the log, right? It should not be same. Any file name you can keep. So first you need to create one file inside slash etc slash logrotate.d. Then you need to make entry like where log messages, because we need to rotate message. Open the flower bracket. Weekly, since we need to rotate weekly. Rotate 4, since we need to keep 4 files. Then you need to pass compress, because we need to compress the file. And after that you can pass create. Okay, then close the bracket. So in this way you can achieve that one. Okay.
Okay.
So suppose there is a requirement to extend the swap space. Okay, currently running on LVM. How will you do that?
Currently running on the LVM.
Yes. In your system, swap
Uh,
space is configured. Let's take example, it's 4 GB
mhm,
currently, and you have to extend it to 8 GB.
okay,
Okay, how will you do that?
okay. LVM or normal partition?
Yeah, I
The
told
LVM.
LVM. LVM, yeah.
Okay. So we have to uh, first we check the LVM size by the LVS command, and then we have to check by the by the command save.
Okay. So
By the
first it.
MK save,
Mhm.
MK step, then the LVM name.
Okay. What MK swap space LVM path will do?
It will increase the save size.
No, MK swap is to provide the swap file system to a disk, not to increase. So the step will be first you need to verify whether in your LVM there is enough space or not. Okay, if space is not there, you need to extend the LVM first. Second, you need to disable your swap space, current swap space by using swap op command. Then you need to extend the LVM. Okay, from 4 GB to 8 GB. After that, you need to run the MK swap to reformat it. After that, you need to on the swap by using swap on. After that, you can see that swap on space hyphen s. You will get your uh, swap space like it extended from 4 GB to 8 GB. Okay. Okay. Move into next questions. So you are trying to create a file, okay, but you are getting error. You are not able to create the file even though there is enough space available in that file system. So what could be the reason?
There should be a reason is inode is maybe the inode is full on this disk. And due to this, that the user cannot add any file or any folder.
Okay. uh, there may be permission is to also one of the like can be reason if you don't have correct permission on that particular file system to create the file also. And second can be inode also if you're hitting that space issue. Okay. So suppose you are hitting the space issue due to the inode. How will you fix that?
So first we try to delete the unused or caches file,
Mm-hmm.
a caches file or compress any file. If compress archive any files
No, compress. I don't
can be
think it will
archived.
compress. It don't help to
Not
decrease the inode.
compress, but we can archive the files.
Okay.
We can archive the files, or even after the problem is not solved, we have to uh, make even after the problem is not solved, we have to format the partition with not inode.
Okay. So in that scenario, your data loss will be there. You need to take the backup of the data. So okay, you need to first yes find out the uh, files all files unused files from that mount point. You need to delete those unused file. Okay, if still that issue persists, yes, you need to increase the like you need to repartition that disk with the large inode. Okay. uh, so how can you ensure that a specific service run automatically after the server reboots?
How to ensure?
Hmm. Have you got the question? Question is how to ensure that any specific service, any systemd service runs automatically after the server reboot. Means once you're doing the reboot of the server, right? After reboot, that service should be in start
Okay.
state.
Uh, if the service is enabled,
Mm-hmm.
if the service is enabled after reboot, it is still up and running.
Okay, how will you enable that service if it is not enabled?
System also by the command systemctl enabled, then service name
Enabled or enable?
enable
Okay. What is the directory where all the systemd service unit file are stored?
which file
Systemd files, service files. Service files will located in a directory, right? Which directory that is?
system files.
Okay, so there will be two location.
Just
You okay? Tell me.
sorry, again repeat the question. I don't get it. Sorry.
Yes, yes. So take example of SSH service. So in the backend, that
Okay.
service is stored in some directory. So my question is, in which directory all service file will be stored?
All service file in the store. So slash etc in file slash etc
Uh-huh. Sorry.
slash etc file in slash etc file.
No, no, no. It will be slash usr slash lib slash systemd slash system. Okay, and second can be slash etc slash systemd slash system. This is the two directory where all the service file will store. Okay, you can check that after this call. Which directory typically contain all the command in Linux?
Slash okay,
Got my question?
no, okay. What is
Okay.
question?
In which directory all the command will store? The command user using in Linux terminal, those are stored in some directory in backend. Okay, which directories those are?
Slash usr slash bin or
Okay,
slash usr slash bin. Yes.
so there may be four files slash bin slash sbin slash usr slash bin slash usr slash sbin. These are the four directory where all the commands will store. Okay, moving to the next questions. What is the use case of NFS? Okay, and how will you configure it?
NFS stands for Network File System. It is
Mhm.
used to share files between Linux and Linux to Linux machine.
Okay, how can you configure that? Let's take example. Okay, you want to share. Suppose that you have a 20 GB of mount point. Okay, and take the example slash mnt slash shares, and you want to share this mount point slash mnt slash share among of the all Linux servers into that network. How will you do that? How will you share that slash mnt slash share?
We can configure. We have to set up. So we need to install uh, install a service called NFS and NFS utils,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay,
we have to start the service by the command systemctl start, then the service name,
okay,
then we have to enable the service or even after reboot the service is running.
Mm-hmm.
Then then we have to create a directory which we want to share.
Already, I gave you the
By the
example /mnt/share.
let's say okay, share. Then we have to modify the file /etc/export file
Mm-hmm.
and add new share file.
Mm-hmm.
By that new file that is a file add file name where we add file name which file he wants to like it /etc/share, sorry /word /mnt/share.
Mm-hmm.
Then IP of the file, IP of the client server.
Mm-hmm.
uh, then after that we have save this file, and we have to configure in client side. Here we have to install NFS packages like uh, um,
Okay, so in the client side, you need to install that NFS package. That is correct. After that, you need to mount that file system. So you either you can do temporary or permanent. Okay, so you need the mount option, like mount point option will be server colon path /mnt/share space mount point space file system, that will be NFS. After that defaults. After that 0 space 0. After that you need to do mount space hyphen mount space mount path. Then it will mount. Okay. So can you explain the entry inside /etc/fs tab? Okay, and what is the use, like what is the use case of this file?
so for the permanent mount we have to make a entry in.
Uh, okay, so yes. So, can you explain the entry inside etcfs step and the use case of this file, like why we need this file?
So /etc/fs step file store the persistence mount points, and the fields available in this file is the first is device name, second is mount point, then fs step type, file system type, then mount option, then fsck value, then take a backup or not.
Okay. So this file is used to make the permanent mount point entry. Okay, so if you want to do any permanent entry, you will use this file. Okay, that's correct. So let's come into another questions. Suppose you have a directory, okay, /mnt/share, and the requirement is that any new files or folder created under this directory should have group ownership set to Linux team group. How would you do that?
So first we have to change the group ownership by the command change group grp, then the group name and space, then the directory name. After that, okay, then after that we have to set gid on that file,
File directory.
gid directory, that gid on the directory by the command chmod g+s, then the directory name.
Suppose in a directory /mnt, take the example where all user have the full permission on the directory, okay, and you have to restrict that other users should not delete the files inside the mnt directory. How will you do that?
So restrict the file from the delete files and folder from the directory. We have to set sticky bit on that file by the command chmod
File.
and o plus chmod not file, it's a directory. So by the command chmod o plus t, then the directory name.
How would you identify whether any path, like if you do the ls-l, you will get the files and like all the most of the files, right? So how will you identify any particular is file or directory?
In information section, if it start with the hyphen, it means it's file. If it starts with the D, that means it's a directory.
Uh, what is the short link?
Soft link is basically a shortcut file of the original file.
And how to create the soft link?
By the command ln space then hyphen s then the uh, link file name the file name then the link file name.
How can you set the owner of any particular directory? So owner should be root and group should be goes to sep group. How will you do that? So take examples. Let's sep
We
is
can
take examples. Let's sep is a directory and we want root as a owner and sep is a group owner.
so by the command chown we can set the chown then space then uh, root then colon then sep space then the directory name is sep.
The path. Yeah. How do you set permission on slash boot directory? So the user should have read write execute permission. Group should have read only permission, and other should have no access.
So we can set it by the command chmod.
Hmm?
So command is like chmod,
Hmm?
then 7
Hmm?
4
Hmm?
0
Hmm?
and then the directory name,
That's the path.
title path. Okay.
How would you give two groups, suppose Linux and SAP team, read write execute permission on any particular directory? Take example slash SAP directory.
By using ACL, we can set that is the command set FSCL, then hyphen M for modify, then space, then G, then colon, then the group name, then colon, then the permission, then space, then path of the directory.
So two time you have to do for two group. Okay. Which
Okay.
file store the user related information and what are those information it will hold?
The slash etc slash passwd file store the account information. It holds the information like username, UID, GID, home directory, and login cell.
What is the default home directory for normal user and root user?
For normal user is slash home slash username. For root user, it is slash root.
Okay, what is the umask value and how do you change it temporary as well as permanently as also?
You must define the default permission for newly created files and directories.
Great.
We can change it by temporary by the command umask. Then the umask value for permanent, we have to make an entry in a slash dot base rc file, or we can make an
It
entry
will
in
be
slash etc slash profile.
no, actually it will be slash etc slash basrc.
Yeah.
Okay, so the if it is user specific, it will be user home directory dot basrc file or it is System wise, then slash etc slash base RC. Okay. Mm, okay. So when a user logs into the server, right, which default file execute automatically to load that user environment?
When a user log into the server, it load the file 8/etc slash base profile.
No, no, no. It's not slash etc. Slash etc is the system wise configuration. Every user home directory contains few files dot base profile and dot base RC like right. So dot base underscore profile and dot base RC files are responsible to load the user environment settings. Okay, whenever any user logs in. So how do you list the mount point?
By the command df-st, or we can also use lsblk.
LSBLK is used to list the
Okay,
disk.
the disk.
Okay, what is in df-ht? What stand like D? What stand and H also?
D stands for directory and F
No, no, no,
stands
no,
for
no,
file.
no, no, no.
Sorry, disk.
Df space hyphen
D
ht H.
stands, okay. D stands for disk and F stands for file system,
No,
and
no.
hyphen L is
My question is in df-ht. What H and T
okay.
represents? Not df. H and capital T.
H is human readable,
Hmm?
and T for type,
What type?
file system type.
How can you change the file context of any particular file permanently?
By the command se manage, and then space, then f context, then hyphen a, then space, then hyphen t, then the file context in bracket inverted comma, then path of the file.
Okay. After that,
After that, we have to run the command return con, then hyphen b, then uh, part of the file.
what is kill and p-kill?
So p p kill and p kill kill is used to kill the process by the process ID, and pkill is used to kill the process by the process name.
And what is hyphen 15 and hyphen 9 represent?
Hyphen 9 means it forcefully kill the process, and hyphen 15 means it kill the process gracefully.
What is by default default action? Suppose if you are not passing any flag, what it will take in by default?
It is slash 15.
Suppose you have to give pseudo permission to one user, how will you do that?
So if he wants to give sudo permission to any user, we have to make a entry in slash etc, slash etc slash sudoers files.
Mhm. What
And
entry will you do?
in this file we have, so in this file we have to make an entry in, like, first is username, then
Mhm.
space, then all, then equals to, then in bracket all, then all bracket, then save and exit.
Okay. And which command will you use to give the pseudo permission?
Uh, that is vi sudo.
Why? Why not Vim?
So in Vim, if he in Vim, if not if any wrong entry in in this file, it don't it don't give the error. But if we use vi, from vi, it give the error.
So if we're using vi sudo, we are doing any syntax error, it will give the error that there is a syntax error. But if you're using vim, it won't give the error. Okay. Uh, okay. And also, suppose you are give the sudo permission to user, right? So whenever user will do sudo su hyphen, it will ask the password, and you don't want that it should ask password. Okay, how will you configure that?
Sorry, I don't get your answer. Can you please repeat?
After sudo permission, whenever user is doing sudo space hyphen su hyphen to become a sudo, it will ask enter password. Okay,
Okay.
and we don't want that it will ask password. So how to configure that so password shouldn't come?
Okay, so for that we have to also make an entry in vi sudo slash it is a sudo file. It is like a username, then space, then all equals to, then in bracket all, then no pass wd in capital, then colon, then all.
What is the port number of SSH?
The port number of SSH is 22.
RDP?
It is 3389.
DNS?
And 53.
CDPS?
Sorry, DNS. Sorry. HTTPS is 443. DNS is 53. Okay.
NFS?
And FS is 2049.
What is SSL certificate?
SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer. It is a digital certificate for encrypt the communication and identity verification over HTTPS.
Yes, it's create an encrypted channel between the client and web server, so that data will be encrypted. Okay. How do you install a package? Take example of HTTPD.
By the command by yum, then space, then install, then space, then HTTPD.
What is the directory where all the repos file will store?
The directory is /etc /yum.repos.d.
And what should be the file extension of repos file?
It is dot repo.
When you trying to install any package, what is the flow? How it will get that package?
So it first check the uh, repo list, then resolve the dependencies, then it download, and then install the file, and then run port scripts.
So how it will work when you running that command, right? Yum install HTTPD. First, it will try to find out the particular repository where these files are exist. Okay, so first it will fetch the repository. Once repository fetching like completed, it will download that package from that particular repository along with the dependencies. This is the flow. Okay, in which no, okay. So how will you list all the enable repos?
By the command yum repo list all.
So all will give you the enable as well as disable repo. I want only enable.
So enable. So by the command yum repo list, then enabled.
Yeah. Okay. Which default file store the user password expiry or user password information?
Uh, the slash etc slash shadow file.
Correct. And suppose you need to change password policy of one user. Requirement is password should expire every 90 days. User should get warning before 14 days, and account should inactive after 25 days. If the after 25 days of the password expiry.
So we can set it by the command change,
Mm-hmm.
then space, then hyphen capital M
Mm-hmm.
for the maximum days 90, then space, then hyphen W, capital W for the warning days, then 14, then for inactive days, hyphen I, then space 25, then space, then the username.
So whenever you create any user, right, it will come with some default password policy. Where those default password policies are set.
It is set on slash etc slash login.deps file.
Okay. Okay. So you have a requirement. You have to delete all the 30 days older file. Those are present in slash temp directory. How will you do that?
How will you do that? So by the command find, then the path of the directory,
Hmm?
then space, type of the file, type, then F, then hyphen M, the hyphen M time plus 30, then hyphen exec or execute, then space, then rm, then space, then hyphen F, then clever bracket open and close, then and then slash slash.
Okay. And suppose you have to run this command every day at night 12:30. How will you do this one?
So for this we have to uh,
Okay. So for this, you need to create one script with .sh extension. You need to keep the command inside that script that you told. You have to set the execute permission on that script. After that, you need to set the con job. Okay, so in con job, the symbol will be 30 space 0 space 3 star space the path of that script. So every day midnight 12:30 it will run that script, and inside that command is written to find the 30 days older files inside the stem directory and delete it. So it will do the job on that. Okay.
yeah, okay.
Okay. Thanks, Vijay, for joining. I will what I will do. I will I will make one note for questions along with the answers, and I will since I'm going to post this video on YouTube, I will paste that link on the YouTube description. You will get it from there. Okay. So over there you will
Okay.
get the enhanced answer of the questions that we discuss in this call. So you can like fix the answer wherever you need. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.